Hey guys, Santa, and welcome back to another video of mine, and today's video, which is going to be another sewing video. It's kind of more of a follow-along sewing video more than a tutorial. It's just something that I wanted to show, one of my sewing projects of the summer. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy watching it. And if you haven't, go ahead and check out all my social medias, my Depop shop, my Instagram page, and my TikTok. And yeah, let's just get started. So as for the materials, this is the fabric that I have. It's a little bed sheet from Value Village that I thrifted for like $4, which is awesome. It's this really pretty blue floral print, which I absolutely love, and I feel like it'll look great for like a picnic look or something. So yeah. And then of course I've also just got my measuring tape, scissors, pens, my sewing machine, and I've got this pattern that I also thrifted from Value Village, or the thrift store, and this is like my first time ever using a pattern, believe it or not. I usually either draft my own patterns or use clothes that I already have and trace them out, but I'm planning on using this front bodice pattern here, which is kind of like a princess seam for the top portion of the dress. So basically this is the pattern that I drafted out. What I want to do is have the top sort of like the princess seam, so I'm going to use this pattern right here, and then the back is going to be a corset sort of pattern, and then basically just the skirt is just a simple gathered skirt. And I believe it's going to be probably midi length, just because I don't think I really have enough for a full skirt. But yes, so that is what we're going to do, and yeah. Okay, so here is the pattern. It is pretty, I feel like if I read it, it won't be as complicated, but right now it looks a little bit intimidating. But I'm going for this front pattern here. I literally don't really care about the straps or anything. I just really want the front piece. I want to cut out these pieces from this big sheet here for top B. Also, here you go to, because there's like different top sections, and this one's top B, and just gotta read the instruction. It looks pretty okay. The nice thing is that there's little fabric keys and also pattern markings, so you know how to follow with the draft pattern and everything. I'm not sure if this is actually how the modern day ones look, because this one's a pretty old pattern. It's like pretty vintage, but yeah, so we'll see how it goes. So now that I've cut out the pieces from the pattern, I really only want the front, so I didn't really cut out the strap pieces or anything. This is the front piece, so it says to fold it along the edge and cut it on the fold, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to cut two of these for an outer and a lining fabric, and then also this, which is like the side pieces, it says to cut two, so I'm going to cut two for the front and then two for the lining piece as well. And also, because the pattern actually kind of, basically here as you can see, the pattern's back kind of goes like that. For my back, I want it to be like that so that I have room to have the loops and the corsetting at the back. So I'm basically going to add more to this side piece so that it makes up for what I actually want here in the drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those out, and then we'll continue. So here is the two pieces of the front of the not the corset, the front of the bustier cut out, and then I've also cut out 4 of these pieces, and I've adjusted the pattern so that the neckline is a little bit more of a scoop instead of a straight, and then also the back here I've extended it more so that I have room to have the corset design. And so then now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the straps, which will be around 14 inches by 2 inches, and then also the corset loops, which will be, I'll have 3 little loops so that you can string it through, and I think those are going to be 2 inches by 1 inches, and then also the string that's going to be going through the corset, which I think I'm going to make around 40 inches to 45. I'll just cut it once I finish it just to see how, like, where I want it to hit and everything. And then yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll also go ahead and cut out the skirt piece, which will just really depend on how much fabric I have left, but I definitely want it to be at least like 2 times my waist measurement, which is around 28 inches, just so that when I gather it, it'll actually be gathered and be like really nice and sort of poofy, I guess. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll get to it. Now that I've got all of the pieces, what I'm gonna do is got one of the front piece here, 2 of the back pieces, or like kind of the front backish pieces. So then I'm going to just put it right sides together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right sides together, and then sew along here and along here, so it basically makes that. I'm also going to do the same thing with the lining piece, and then I'm going to go ahead and also just sew the straps down, so good side to good side, straight stitch, flip it inside out for the corset string, the corset loops, and then also the straps. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do all of that, and then we'll be back. Now that I've got the front pieces and then the lining of the bodice pieces sewn, as you can see here, and then I've also just pressed open the inside, so that way it lays nice and flat down. I've also got strap pieces and then the little loop pieces, and what I'm basically going to be doing is just placing the straps down on here like so, and then sandwiching the lining layer on top like that, and then also for the belt, like the little corset loops, doing the same thing and sandwiching them on the sides. This way everything is like, when it flips inside out, it's all clean and seamless. I'm just going to go ahead and sew all around and then try it on myself, and then flip everything inside out, and we'll see what happens. Ta-da! Here you go. So this is how it looks. I've just attached the strap back to the back part. Here, let me just, I'll grab like a little plain sheet so you can see the detail. It has these little loops that will attach for the corset, and then I've also just got the string for the corset that I will just weave through, but I'm going to do that after I've attached the skirt on. And speaking of the skirt, I've got this big rectangle, and I don't actually have to hem the bottom because I've just used the already hemmed side because it was a bed sheet, so that saves me a lot of time. I'm just going to go ahead and do a straight stitch, like a straight base stitch over the entire top without back stitching, and then that way I can gather up the skirt to my waist, and then just go ahead and sew the skirt onto the top portion. Yeah, so also for the skirt part, because I'm not planning on putting any closures, like the corset is really the only closure part, basically I'm going to add a little bit of an elasticated band onto the skirt portion, so that way I can get in and out of the dress pretty easily and don't have to add in a zipper. So I will see how that turns out. I'm not really sure how it will turn out. Hopefully it'll be good, but yeah. So here is the completed dress. So this is how it looks. It's kind of like a bateau neckline with the spaghetti straps, princess seams, and then the gathered skirt, so it really cinches in. And then on the back, we've got a corset detail with the bow kind of peeking out at the bottom, so it corsets down and it really creates a really nice cinched in look. I'm super happy with the way it turned out, and I can't wait to wear it and have a cute photo shoot with it. But yeah, so that's that. Let's just go ahead and try it on. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and share with family and friends. And of course, check out all my social media accounts if you would like. And yeah, so hope you all have a good day. Thank you for spending it with me. Stay safe, and yeah, ciao.